Okay, today we're talking hacks. Not hacks as in hack the planet. Hacks as in taking something and making it a little better, maybe using it in ways it wasn't designed to give you a better experience. Such as an ant stick with a Wi-Fi antenna. More on that in a sec. First of all, I'll get the LeMond set up. I've got a training session to do, and then we'll talk more about it. One of my most read blog articles was the review of the LeMond Power Pilot. Now the Power Pilot converted speed into a known power value, transmitted it to their little head unit, which was an absolute... Have a read of my review, I'll link below. The Power Pilot, stay absolutely clear of those things. LeMond later on acknowledged how terrible that technology was and produced what's called a WattBOX, a little tiny box that just converted speed to a power value transmitted via ANT Plus, so you could use any head unit you want. Works perfectly. They are very, very expensive and rare as hen's teeth, so you can't find those things around. And somebody the other day was selling one for 600 bucks. No chance, buddy. Right, what can you do? If you've got a LeMond, which is my favorite non-smart trainer to use, what can you do to use it with Zwift or TrainerRoad, or even just hook it up to your head unit? There is a magnet on the rear flywheel. Now, how can you use this magnet? The easiest way, here's the hack on the LeMonds. Yes, we do own two because I like them. That's a 10 speed, that's mine. This is 11 speed, this is mine. Now we'll look at this one for a start. On the rear flywheel of the LeMond here, you can see, hang on, I'll get to it. Here we go, right there. That is a magnet. So that's the magnet that the WattBOX and the other thing actually plugs into, but bypass that expensive solution and get yourself a simple speed sensor. Thanks to Harry Hanley from the Hurtbox, who actually showed me where the best place to put these. On my other one, you can see over here, I've got a bit of a hack job here. This is a terrible hack. It does work perfectly though, and I have put a higher strength magnet on here. But you can see that's a bit of a hackery job on the LeMond. Acts as a speed sensor. This is a better one for Von, so it's nice and tucked in. You could use ANT Plus or Bluetooth. Same as always for the wheel size, that's 2096 millimeters, I believe. And with this setup, and using Zwift, Windows updates, hurry up, you simply pair it as a known trainer from the known dumb trainers list or known standard trainers list, and bang, Zwift will calculate the known power curve for the LeMond. So, dumb trainer, or standard trainer, LeMond Revolution, really good solution. As you've seen in Dr. Slang's videos as well, we love the LeMond for TT efforts and high inertia. It's got really, really good road inertia, good road feel. It's noisy, but if you've got headphones on or noise isn't a problem, they are without a doubt the best dumb trainer there is, or the best standard trainer you call them. Don't really like calling them dumb trainers, they've got a good reputation. That spin down on the Revolution is so good. If you back off the pace a little bit, it continues to roll. Just like out on the road, if you back off the pace a little bit, you'll still continue to move forward. There's a number of trainers out there that will just come to a dead stop, and it kills your knees and kills your legs to try and get it moving. The LeMond, if you're looking for a cheap solution, I can't recommend this high enough. I'll absolutely love it. Not a paid advert. We've bought these at full price. They're going pretty well for secondhand these days. I would love to see LeMond in the smart trainer space. Keen to see what happens at Eurobike in a few weeks. Okay, time to get riding. Training session done for the day. Did I mention before that I like the LeMond? Not a bad unit. Okay, let's have a look at the Z Power recorded on Zwift versus the power recorded from my Quark onto my Garmin head unit. How close is Z power for this LeMond setup that we discussed earlier? Let's have a look at the numbers. So today it was 8-minute efforts using Z power on the LeMond, and for the first interval 342 watts versus 350, so the Quark reported 8 watts more, or the LeMond reported 8 watts less, however you look at it. Next one, 365 versus 370, so 5 watts there. 314 versus 321, 7 watts difference. Look, I think what's happening here is the Quark reports the spikes. LeMond is based on power, so what happens is, let me explain. The power goes very slowly up on the LeMond. On the Quark, as soon as you jump on the pedals, the power will go like this. So while the power goes up a little quicker on the Quark, it comes up a little slower on the LeMond. That may be a few watts here and there, but it's definitely not 8 watts or 5 watts or 7 watts over that time period. So the difference all up, 340 average versus 347 average, 7 watts, which is only about 2%. That is pretty damn good. My conclusion on that, that's a right on. Absolutely. LeMond Z Power, using the little magnet at the back, pretty close. You're not going to get your sprint efforts. The sprint efforts and the spikes aren't going to get there. It takes a while for the speed to come up on the LeMond, so you're not going to get your spiky sprints like you do on your Quark or your crank-based power meters or pedal-based power meters. But for steady-state efforts, 2% off. I like it. Thumbs up. Now, to almost finish today's hack talk, back to my Ant stick with my Wi-Fi extender dongle on here. Why this works, in theory, is because Ant uses the same frequency as Wi-Fi signals. 2.4 gigahertz, give or take a few, but that worked perfectly for us up in Darwin. We didn't have an extension cable or a second dongle. I always travel with this, and that worked for about 2 meters. Will it work in a noisy environment? I'm not sure. There's no software that will actually tell you true signal strength like there is for Wi-Fi, but I always travel with this, just in case, and it works quite well. I'm sure there's a more industrial way to do this, and probably a little bit better in my hack job. Now, final hack of the day. Hand towels. What? Okay, to finish off today's video on hacks, let me explain what this is. These are hand towels. These are mints. In a lowly lit restaurants, they're very, very easy to get confused. Up in Townsville the other night, thankfully somebody told me these were hand towels before I put one in my mouth. Let me show you how they work. See, look, same. Tasty? Not tasty. I've been corrected, it was, oh sorry, I'm eating a mint, not a hand towel. I've been corrected, it was in cans that were in. But let me have a look. Glass of water, hand towel, mints out of the way and not confused with, wait for it. Here we go. It's actually a hand towel. That is a bit soppy at the moment, but there we go, hand towel. Very cool. Question is, what happens when you put one in your mouth? For science, so hand towel, mint. Again, hand towel that looks like a mint. What happens when you eat one? No doubt somebody at a restaurant has sat down and put one in their mouth. I would have if I didn't know. So let's give it a shot. Water. Hand towel. Bit chewy. Definitely not minty. I might need a bit of water. Hand towel. And a mint to wash it down. So today's hack tip is don't eat the hand towels, eat the mints. Sweet bike rag too.